everybody, welcome back to my channel. We have a little bit of an issue today. As you can read from the title of this video, I have accidentally done a big haul. Now, I know that I said at the beginning of the year that I was going to try to read more books off of my shelves and not buy more books. However, some of my pre-orders came in from some of the book boxes, or my monthly books have came in, and so I've acquired those. And then I had sold, well, not really sold, but like traded at my local bookstore a bunch of books that I got rid of that I unhauled at the beginning of the year, which if you go back and watch that video, there was quite a massive unhaul that I did. But I took them to the bookstore and I had like $250, like credit that I could buy like used books with. Well, yesterday was my birthday and I was like, well, why not? Let's just go take a browse. And I had a little bit of an issue getting out of there. So, I mean, I still have credit there, but I did do a big dent into what I had there. So, we're going to go through all the books that I've acquired over the past couple of months and go over some of the special editions I got, books that I've actually purchased or, gotten from the secondhand bookstore. And then also I got a couple books that I traded. One of my series, I had the Four Horsemen set by Laura Thalassa that Bookish Box had done, and I ended up trading that with somebody and got a couple books that I wanted to add to my collection. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But before we do that, make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And also, like I said in one of my previous videos, it might have been the last one, there are going to be some changes in May where I am going to be doing kind of something with Patreon, and if you become the top tier supporter, then you get to actually select a book that you want me to put in this wheel. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do it, but every month I'm going to try to read one or two books that people have suggested to me. That way I can read some of your favorite books and maybe find some books that I absolutely love. If the books that you choose to put on there, if I have already read them, then I will send you a message and let you know to repick a new book. So that way you have a chance for me to read something that you love and that you enjoy. So make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, and make sure that you look out for that announcement video whenever it goes live for May. So let's get into this book haul. So you're going to be seeing me bend down because there's quite a lot of books. I wonder if I can show you. Let me see. So here is some of the stacks. And then of course I have these. So this is going to be a fun, oh, let me fix you. Hold on. There we go. So this is going to be a fun little book haul. I can't wait. I have my fantasy reader shirt on. I think I got this from LitJoy, I want to say. Possibly. If I am wrong, correct me down below. It's either Bookish Box or LitJoy. I don't think LitJoy does any shirts, so it has to be Bookish Box, right? Let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong. So first up, let's get into this stack. Well, there goes that stack. Okay, let's just get into it, shall we? Okay, so the first book up is just something that's kind of like, I guess, a guilty pleasure of mine, because I like sometimes, reading things that are like historical and such. But this is a historical whodunit, and there's, I think, 6 or 7 books in here. It was edited by Mike Ashley, so I don't know who the original authors are, but they are murder mysteries. There's 26 stories in here. There are whodunits from, I guess, ancient Babylon to Spies on the Titanic. I don't normally read mysteries, but look at this cover. I just loved the cover. So now I have to read it. So I got that book. And then I got another book, another guilty pleasure by C.J. Sansom. This is Disillusion. It is book 1 in the Michael Shardlake series. It is a murder mystery type of thing, but it goes in like the Tudor time frame, like Henry VIII, whenever he was king. So there's like 6 books, I believe, maybe 7 in the series, and this is book 1. But it is the Shardlake series, so I'm pretty excited to read these. Like I said, I really don't read whodunits, but my biggest thing is if it's anything with Vikings, if it's anything with like the Tudor time period, I'm really into it. So we're going to give that a go. We'll see how that goes. I don't know when I'm going to get to it. And then I also found this book. I have no idea. I've never heard of it, but it's Snow White, Blood Red by Datlow and Windling. I guess it is a retelling. It's a dark take on a fairy tale. So I've never heard of it. So I thought, why not? Let's just give it a try. Maybe I find a new book or a series that I like. Also, this one I got at a secondhand store. These books that I'm currently going over are books that I got in North Carolina whenever my husband and I went at the beginning of April. We went to a couple thrift shops and secondhand stores there with his mom, and we really enjoyed it. We had a really fun time. But of course, I found some books that I wanted. So then I had to figure out how to get them in my bag and get on the plane, even though my bag was already stuffed full. So that was a challenge, but we made it home, so that works. But I got this one, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, and it's by Seth Graham Smith. Anyway, I like certain times in history, and whenever they write books, even if it's fiction and not entirely true, I really like it. So I'm a big Abe Lincoln fan as well, so I thought, why not just give this one a try as well. Then I found this gem for only $1 at that secondhand store that we went with his mom. And it's Aurora Rising by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. It's actually a very beautiful copy in really good condition. So I haven't started this series yet, and I want to. So I thought, hey, it's only $1. I'm going to pick it up instead of paying like $20 on Amazon. So got this book. That was a nice gem. And then the last book that I got out in North Carolina, I've heard a lot of booktubers talk about this book, but I've never read it. So thought that I'd give it a try, but it's Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I've also never read anything by John Green, so I'm actually pretty excited because there are quite a few tubers that I actually watch that really love this book. So I'm hoping that, I'll love it as well. I got it for $1 as well. That store was amazing on selection. Now on to the books that I got actually today, because it's the day after my birthday. And we're not going to talk about how many I picked up today at the local store. But the first one I got was All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. I've heard a lot of people talk about this book. I want to give it a try. I don't know if I will love it or not, but we'll see. But I thought, hey, that's a pretty neat little cover. I kind of like it, so why not pick it up? And then I got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I've never read this series either, and it's another big talked about series here on BookTube, and so I thought, let's just give the Lunar Chronicles a try, because I know there was a book box, I want to say Illuma Crate or maybe Fairy Loot, that announced they're going to be doing this set as a special edition. I'm probably not going to be picking that up because I don't even know if I'm going to like this at all from what I've heard, but I want to give it a try. So we got that, and then I've never heard of this chunky book, but It's the complete series, so I really like that. So it's like an omnibus, but it's the Fairy Games by Michelle Maddow, and it's the complete one. And I love, fairies and such, reading fairy romances. So I'm wondering if this will be good or not. It's actually really big, really heavy. Like I said, it is the full series. It's like a 775 page book, and look at the writing. Holy cow, this is going to take me a hot minute to get through. But I'm pretty excited. So another book that is going to sit on my shelf for 5 years, then I'm finally going to read it. But hey, I got a new book. And then this book I found at that store, and I have to tell you that I play video games. I love playing the Elder Scrolls Online series, which if you guys do not know what Elder Scrolls is at all, it is a role-playing game that they have made for several years. They finally came out with a big MMO where you can play with people all over the world in the same, setting. It has all the lore and everything, and it's very like medieval type, things, because you have like a lot of swords and shields and axes and that type of play. But also it has magic, and it has, werewolves and vampires and such, and it's a very beautiful world. The Elder Scrolls world in general is absolutely amazing. I've played every one of them. They've been coming out for 25, 30 years now. And with this role-playing game that I play online with a bunch of my friends, it's been out since 2015. And anyway, I found that they came out with a book. It's an Elder Scrolls novel, and it's called The Infernal City by Greg Keyes. And like I said, the world is gorgeous and beautiful and vibrant, and the detail that they have put into this whole series gaming and stuff is just tremendous. I mean, you have 6,000 books that you can find in the world, and you actually can read these books online, and they may only be like 2 or 3 pages that you read in game, but it gives you more of the lore. And I'm telling you, I've played this game for 8 years now. It came out in like June of 2015. I've played it for almost 8 years, and I am nowhere near 100% completion on this game. Like, it's just so massive, and I have made some of the best friends online that I talk to every single day. So whenever I got this, I was like, you know what? I need to find more Elder Scrolls books. So I'm pretty excited. So gonna be reading that at some point. Now let me gather my next stack. Let me put these books down. I'm gonna edit out me doing all of this, so I apologize. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And also, I keep a catalog of all of the books that I own, and I keep like a list where it shows what I've read, what I haven't read, books that I have DNF'd, or books that I've unhauled, series that I've completed, not completed, different things like that. And I did something that I do quite frequently, okay? But that is buying the same books again by Robert Jordan. I've been trying to get these mass market paperbacks that are like the older style covers for the Wheel of Time series. So I got, let me see, book 2, The Great Hunt, and The Dragon Reborn, book 3. And I already own them as I was putting them in my catalog. So there's that. Used to doing that, but got that. Then I picked up Beautiful Bad by Annie Ward. This is about like a married couple that seems like they're perfect, but then something happens, like a murder I think happens, and then like everything starts unraveling. So sounded pretty interesting, so I can't wait to read that one. I also picked this one up because I've heard some people talk about it, Hotel Magnifique by Emily Taylor. It's a YA book, and I know that it was in one of the book boxes within the past couple of years. I want to say maybe Owl Crates did it, but anyway, I can't wait. It says perfect for the fans of Caraval and the Night Circus, which I've never read either one of those at all, but if you have, you might like it. But picked it up. And then this is the second book in a series that I'm trying to get, but I didn't want to pass up, this style of book, but it's Son of a Witch by Gregory Maguire. And what I really like about this is, whenever you do this, I don't know. I really like it. So I need to get book 1, which is called Wicked. And then this book takes place 10 years after the story of Wicked, which is kind of like going from the Wicked Witch of the West part of The Wizard of Oz. So pretty excited for that. And then finally, the last books that I got at the store. I'm finally going to do it, guys. I am finally going to read this series that everybody on this planet has talked about. Now, I need to get book 1 because they didn't have book 1. But that is the first series of Cassandra Clare for the Mortal Instruments. So I have books 2 through 6. I need to get book 1, but they were in really, really good condition. They don't even look like they were read. They look like they just sat on someone's shelf and they just ended up unhauling them. So I was like, yes, please, $5 for each of those. I have $250 credit. Let's take them. And then I also, this was sitting next to it, but it's called the Shadowhunters Codex. I don't know if this is like something that you read, but yeah, I just need to get City of Bones in this style of paperback, and then I will do a vlog for you of me reading the first 6 books of the Shadowhunter world. Is there only 6? Yeah. There's 6 books. So I'm going to read those, and then maybe I'll go on to the Infernal Devices series, but definitely want to get this set going. Let me show you again. Look how beautiful they are. Okay. Next, that's all the books that I have acquired myself. Other than these 2. I'm going to go over these 2. I bought these 2. One of them is a pre-order that you would have saw from my book, or my video that I had done towards the beginning of the year of my most anticipated reads of 2023. So this pre-order finally came in. It's Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. I can't wait to read this. I actually have an ARC of this, but it's in audio format from Macmillan. Which is Wednesday Books. They also do Wednesday Books. I do have the audio of that, so I'm probably going to listen to it via audio so I can give them my review and my take on it. And I got that after I pre-ordered this, and then whenever you do pre-orders, you forget that you even do them, and then they show up in the mail, and you're like, oh yeah, I did buy that. Let me know below if anyone has ever pre-ordered something and totally forgot about it and it just shows up on your door, or tell me how many books you've actually pre-ordered multiple copies of because you forgot that you pre-ordered it. Let me know. And then the last book that I actually purchased just recently, it came in yesterday because I am going to be reading this series. I'm a little behind. They've already read book 1. They're already on book 2, but Becca in the Books is doing it with her book club. They are doing a read of the Blood Mercy series, the Blood Grace series by Villa Roth. They've already read book 1. They're on book 2 right now, so this is probably going to be on my May TBR because I want to get caught up with them. So whenever I'm watching her videos, I know what's going on. So I'm pretty excited to read this. She did say that it is a slow burn. It's a political fantasy. So like there's a lot of court politics and a lot of things that go on. And I have also been told that the male love interest is a cinnamon roll. And again, I agree with Becca. I am going to link her channel down below if you want to go check her out. Because I get a lot of suggestions on reads with her. So if you like what she reads, you're going to like what I read, and vice versa. So I'm going to get caught up on these. But I didn't think that I would like a cinnamon roll as a love interest, but I'm pretty excited because she really loves it. Okay, now on to the 2 books that I got whenever I traded my 4 Horsemen series. And that is, you guys are going to say, you don't even need another set of these. Yes, I do. House of Earth and Blood and House of Sky and Breath, both of them are the Waterstones exclusives. The only thing that I really don't like is House of Earth and Blood has a red sprayed edge where House of Sky and Breath doesn't. And they're not signed or anything, but they are the Waterstones exclusives, and so I got those, and I was pretty excited to add them to my collection. I am on the hunt. I have my whole set, I think, completed for besides arcs, which I'm not even going to try to get those, for the House of Earth and Blood series, the Crescent City series, and also A Court of Thorns and Roses. The only book that I am missing, that I am on the hunt for, is the German edition of House of Earth and Blood. And that one goes for a ridiculous amount of money, and I'm not even going to try. So if anyone knows where I can find one, let me know. The next two books, one of them I won as a Goodreads giveaway. The other one was sent to me directly from the publisher, which is Bloomsbury. So the one that I got sent from Bloomsbury is Secret of the Moonconch, and it's by David Bowles, and it is an arc. It does come out. When does it come out? June 6th. So I have just a little bit of time to read this. Not a whole lot because we're in mid-April at this point. But I don't even remember. I know that it deals in the 1500s with Aztec warriors. And it says even 500 years couldn't keep them apart. Is this like a reincarnation? I feel like this is a reincarnation book. But anyway, pretty excited. I can't wait to read this one on here. And then the one that I won on Goodreads is called Savage Lies by Islavon. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. My cat is just going crazy with these boxes and everything over here. But what was really neat is it is signed. And she sent me a little, postcard thing. So I'm pretty excited for that. So this looks like it is book 1 in the Hidden Valley Elite series. And I think it's a duet. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to read those. Finally, my last stack. I told you this was a huge haul, didn't I? My last stack is all of my special editions that have came in, and I'm pretty excited for a lot of them. One of them I am excited for, however, I didn't order it, so I don't even know how I got it, but... Okay. So the book that I was telling you about that I didn't order is through Fabled. Now, the Fabled company, they're based in Australia. They make beautiful copies of books, 100%. But, and I think I have 2 books in here from Fabled, actually. And what I'm pretty upset about is I have been trying to cancel my membership for so long. They wouldn't respond to me via email. I created tickets and everything. They wouldn't stop. So finally, I had to just cancel my credit card and, get a new one because they wouldn't stop. And then they kept trying to charge it so many times, the old card, that they sent me an email that if I want to reinstate my subscription to go into, and I was like, I don't want it. I've been trying to cancel it, but this book came. I don't even think I bought it. Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. It's a very stunning edition. I'm excited that I have it, but it says you cannot love a person fully without knowing the darkness etched in their soul. It is a naked hardcover. And then, of course, it came with a book plate to put in there and everything. It's a gorgeous book. I don't think I ordered it, and I think they sent it to me anyway. The next book, 2 books, continues on in the series that Fairy Loot is doing, which is the Brandon Sanderson Wayward of Kings series. This is Words of Radiance. They did part 1 and part 2. They are not signed by Brandon Sanderson, but they do have the gold edges. They're naked hardcovers. They're absolutely gorgeous. If you have followed my channel, you know that I am a huge Brandon Sanderson fan. I already have the 2 blue books of The Way of Kings, part 1 and part 2. So now this continues on with the second book in that series. And so I'm pretty excited for that. They just came in. And then the next is a trilogy that Bookish Box finally gave to us. And I don't even know what order these are in, but I'm going to try. So basically, you pre-ordered these like a year ago, and they finally just came in, and it looks like mine are messed up, which I'm going to have to get a hold of Bookish Box for. But that is A Court of Honey and Ash by Shannon Mayer and Kelly St. Clair. It's a gorgeous edition. Gorgeous. It says, Underhill is no more, Calic of no house, you have destroyed it. And it also comes with beautiful end pages. It also comes signed. But what's really strange is you have this, and then the next page, you have this. I don't know what happened. But that happened in all of the books. Which then you have A Throne of Feathers and Bone, of Honey and Ash, of Feathers and Bone, Once More Shall You Find the Pathway Home. It's pretty neat. And then also the last book, Crown of Petals and Ice, which might be the second book. I don't even know. But it's really beautiful. And it says, the Fae on Earth have been cut off from Underhill long enough that they will soon begin to pay the price. So it's a gorgeous series. I just, I waited so long for it. I don't even know if I'm not excited for it anymore. That's the problem that Bookish Box is having lately. This next book, I'm seeing, it's a Fairy Loot book, The Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten. This is a gorgeous edition. It has the, pink that's, very done. Look at these edges. And then you have the back. And then on the inside, you do have end pages. And I think both sides are different. And then you also have... Oh, they even put the author letter in it. I like that. And then, of course, it is signed. And then, did they do a hard... Oh, my goodness. You guys. Fairy Loot did good. This is a reversible dust jacket if you ever want to change it from the, one here. But look at this. This is the hardcover. This is stunning. Wow, Fairy Loot, you did amazing on that one. I am so happy. I want to say that is March's adult book, possibly. It's either their March or their young adult. But that's a stunning edition. I don't even know what this book is about. But I'm pretty excited to try it. And then finally, the last book is also from Fairy Loot, which I don't like the size of this because it's The Seven Faceless Saints by M.K. Lobb. It's a gorgeous edition. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's shiny, it's gorgeous, but look at the author letter. It just sticks out like a sore thumb. It's like the size of a paperback. And I guess someone said that it was because it's not available in hardback, so it has to be like this. But look at the stenciled edges. And then you have, of course, the end pages in here. And then it is also signed. And then, let's see, does it have it does not have a reversible dust jacket, but look at the naked hardcover. That is stunning. Fairy Loot, you did amazing on your March picks. Does it say it's March? Oh, it just says 2023. But anyway, it is a beautiful edition. I just don't like the size. But, regardless, I'm not going to complain. And it also came with the author letter and thing. So these are all the books that I have hauled within probably the past month and a half. And Now my TBR is growing from what it was at the beginning of the year. I was making a good dent in it. Probably 95% of the books that I have read this year are on my shelf. So I'm hoping that maybe next year I'll have less books. Hopefully. But anyway, if you liked the video, definitely like it. Subscribe to my channel for future content. Definitely comment below. I definitely want to know if there's any books in here that you have read or that you look forward to reading. Hit me over on my Instagram if you want to buddy read any of these books, because I will add it to my TBR if you want. And then also let me know, how many times have you pre-ordered a book and you forgot about it, or you have pre-ordered multiple copies and forgot that you had already pre-ordered it? Because I want to know. Let me know in the comments. But until next time, everyone, you have a great day. Bye!